Hey everybody, Tortoise Investing here. Today we're going to be answering some of your questions. I got a few questions in the last 2 or 3 videos, and I was just wanting to touch base with those. If you're new, if you're into investing, dividend investing, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, I greatly appreciate it, and comment down below. How is your portfolio doing year to date? I'm curious to hear from you. I know the S&P is up right at 6%. So go ahead, comment down below. Let me know what you're up or down on the year. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these questions. So our first question here is from Cesar Coma. If I'm not saying it right, sorry. How come earnings calls say the company is profitable but the stock is still tanking? How do I decide if it's still good for my portfolio? What I would say is a lot of times if something has a good earnings call and, profitable, growing revenue, everything is ticking right with the company, and then it tanks after the earnings comes out, that's more than likely people taking profit. If there's a run up and all of a sudden it just starts going down, more than likely it's been either on a run or for the day it's up and it's going to start to sell off a little bit. There are some instances where it just doesn't make sense. A good thing will sell off. An example of this would actually be MasterCard. I think it was 1 or 2 earnings ago. They reported really good earnings, but the stock dropped, I believe, into like the 360s area, and I definitely went and picked up some more because it's such a great company, especially at that price. And I didn't know why it dipped, so I just looked at that as a buying opportunity. And how do you decide if it's still good for your portfolio? Well, do you believe in that stock long term? Are you a believer in its growth for the future? And if you are, and you have a downturn and it's going down and you're still a believer in it, just look at it as it's on sale. You're able to buy more for less. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, if MasterCard dropped 20% tomorrow, I'd be happy about it because I'd just gobble up more of it and be confused because tomorrow's Saturday and the market's not open. But Monday. Anyways, next question here from Anthony559. Do you know how long dividends will be sustainable for, and any thoughts on which AI stocks to buy that are low right now? How long dividends will be sustainable for? So I don't know, are you talking about like individual companies and how long their dividends are going to be sustainable for? Because if you're talking about that, you can look at the payout ratio that the company has and also its free cash flow. If a company's got a pretty good payout ratio and they're generating growing free cash flow, that's going to be a dividend that you can rely on. Let me just go ahead here and pull up Qualtrim. Probably should have already had this going, but you know what? It's okay. We're doing it. And I'm going to show you an example of something that you want to look for. So with MasterCard, is this sustainable? Well, its payout ratio is 20.03%. And if we take a look here at the free cash flow, it is growing year over year. So that is how I would determine if a stock's dividend is sustainable or not. Just do a quick little research, a little look here and there, and you can find the information. And thoughts on AI stocks? A lot of those I would not touch right now. They are red hot. I know Nvidia through the roof. I know Google's up. The only one I can think of that's kind of like lagging, and it's not really lagging, it's still doing well, would be Apple. I haven't really stayed in the loop too awful much with that. I don't own too many tech plays. The most tech thing that I own in my personal portfolio would be MasterCard and Visa, and again, some people say those are financials, some people say that those aren't. But I'm not in the loop with any AI stocks currently. Next up, we got Mike 3042. What was your best total return on a single stock purchase? Thanks. Well, thank you for asking. My best return in the short run would be I did a flip with SoFi for over 100% on a very quick run up. I've had a couple of really quick gainers. An example of this would actually be Texas Roadhouse. I sold out of it today. I bought this back in November, I believe, beginning of November. And the reason I sold out is today is in 3 months, this was up over 44% for me. It was up around 44, 45-ish% in my portfolio. And my overvalue for it was 140. It cracked that and then some, so I took the money and ran for the hills. I did reinvest that into something else. Stay tuned for future portfolio update. You'll find out next month what I did with that. But I've had a couple of good ones run up on me and been able to cash out. But definitely SoFi. SoFi is my one and only 100% gainer that I have currently. Next up, we've got Get Toned Fitness. He is asking, or using Joseph Carson software and equipment to influence you. I do use his software, Qualtrim Insights. I use that for all my stock research, and it is amazing. I absolutely love it. What inspires you to make a trade, and how did Qualtrim manifest your believing that's reassurance in stock picks? Well, Qualtrim Insights is an absolute blessing, and it is just everything all in one, everything that I would want and need for my investment research, just right here in front of me. Revenue, bam, I've got it. EBITDA, free cash flow, net income, EPS, cash to debt, dividends, their shares outstanding, the return on capital employed, their CapEx expenditures, analyst estimates for EPS and revenue. This has news sources for it. If I want to go a step further with this, there's something called scenarios, where I can actually put in the information. I can figure out the revenue growth of a company. That's just a quick Google way for an estimate forecast. And I can put in all the data here and actually hit update and give me kind of like an annual return average that I can expect for the next couple of years, just based off of the free cash flow of the holding. And of course, MasterCard's doing amazing. Yeah, that's one of them very. Qualtrim's so good. I can't talk about it enough. I could make a whole video alone just on why I love this program so much. That reassures me that I'm making the right stock picks. I'm not just buying something that's just ran up and has negative free cash flow or isn't growing. It's able to help me, make more accurate assumptions and stock picks. Again, I appreciate everybody asking those questions. It's fun to just go through there and spit off some answers for you. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe for more, and until next time, take care. See yous.